Dr. Luke Bao is the Managing Director of the Liberia Medicine and Health Products Regulatory Authority. This is not his first time here, but he's here today with a team of officials from the entity. I want to say on behalf of the senior management team to all of you, welcome to the Ministry of Information, the regular press briefing. Dr. Bao is no stranger here. He will speak on the fact that the entity recently signed a private-public partnership to modernize the quality control laboratory to improve the testing of medicine in the country, the construction of a new state-of-the-art waste disposal facility. He's going to speak on these issues, among other things concerning the LMHRA. So we are happy to have him. But let me now move to give due recognition to somebody who actually needs no recognition. But as protocol dictates, this is the first time here I mention information. So I want to welcome wholeheartedly Ambassador Marion Kassery. She's Liberia Gospel Ambassador, Gospel Music Ambassador. That title was bestowed upon her by former President Charles, an actor of Daniel Taylor. She's now country, but the famous song that we always sing, Liberia, sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you, you will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. It has become a national anthem for this country. So we are happy to have you, Ambassador Kassery. We also have in our midst this afternoon a distinguished intellectual, the founder of Liberia's secrecy movement, Councillor Camilo Barbara. He's here visiting us for the first time. So, Councillor Barbara, we'd like to welcome you to the Ministry of Information. I see the Deputy Director of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Mr. Hassan Kewu. LBS is here. There are all sister radio stations that are relaying this broadcast. I want to welcome all of you to the Ministry of Information. Today we are pressed for time. We have a long list of things to cover. So let me now encourage all of you to give me your own divided attention. Put all of your gadgets on silent. The world is watching, Liberia is listening. So now I invite the Honorable Minister of Information, Honorable Jeremy Mafikria, to the podium. He will speak, and then he will be followed by Dr. Bao.
All right, good afternoon to all of you, and we are always encouraged that your turnout shows that you are eager to work in enabling the Liberian people to know what is happening in their country. Let me add my voice to the assembly to welcome all of our guests, especially my dear sister, Mara. Somebody will be asking, well, why you're going to enjoy information. The start social carries was given to all by the president like you, which makes it nationally official. In the country, she has a major concern on salary and talk. She needed a space briefly to talk about that concern. And then Dr. Bao is here. So also welcome again from Camilo. Yeah, it's good to see you, brother. Like that as well. As a centrist, going every day. All right, so quickly, we have a lot to do, as Sando said, and the distinguished visitors we have to speak, so we'll just run through a number of things quickly. For the last 6 years, the road leading to Vahon in Lofa County have been abandoned. They are not being used. People living in that part of the country, they've been struggling to commute. Of course, since the Waka government came to power, we're making a lot of interventions in road construction. And for those that we cannot pave right away, we're ensuring that they are possible. Don't forget the, let's talk about road car getting stuck in the north. We've achieved that where we have natural roads. We've been moving in and out of that issue. Back home is in a similar situation. The road is not paved, but it's not being usable. So the government now, the Waka government has approved the construction of the Valmont Road. Initially, we ensured that the lateral road is built to an extent where vehicles can pass easily so that the people can free movement. There will be a groundbreaking ceremony on Friday, which is tomorrow, at the Bola Home Junction, which is the gateway to Valmont. The district has faced severe isolation with roads in disrepair, cutting off Valmont and forcing reliance on neighboring Serbia for trade and services, causing economic hardship and currency shortages. The Ministry of Public Works announced plans earlier this year to build a road, signaling the turning point for infrastructure and connectivity. Authorities have described the project as being vital for economic revitalization, social development, improved quality of life for the people of Lofa in that part of the country. Local leaders and residents hailed the decision as restorative, enabling better movement of businesses, families, and access to health care and education. Analysts expect that the road will host local commerce, attract investment, enhance cross-border trade, while also improving safety and durability through modern engineering standards. The project is framed as a model for responsive government. An official have pledged continuous interventions in other neglected districts across the country. We have been trying to make our armed forces a force for good. So most of the traditional battalions that were part of the armed forces before have been restored. We have the engineering battalion. In February of this year, we reactivated the agricultural battalion. And so the armed forces of Liberia has completed its first ever post-war swamp rest harvest near the EBK barracks in Lower Matili County, marking a milestone in national food security effort. The agricultural company of the area was officially activated, as I said, on February 6, 2025, under the able leadership of Major General Davidson Fayafole. The armed forces of Liberia Agriculture called Swamp Rest Power Project. It demonstrates the military's dual role in defense and development. Captain Wissel, who heads the project, promised an initial harvest by the end of the year, noting a 3-month rest cycle enabling 4 harvests per year. Encourages time for overcoming challenges, for citing the need for more agricultural machinery. Community for Hope, for agricultural project, partnered with the EFL and received recognition for their contributions. Mr. Robert Bimba, who is CHAP Director, highlighted the regional and national food security impact in CHAP's collaboration with the Namibian Army as well. Captain Wisse is a Liberian and a graduate of the University of Liberia with BSc in General Agriculture since 2007. He also joined the AFL in 2007. Major General Follett, the Chief of Staff, tied the project to the AFL Arrest Agenda Trust of National Development through Agriculture and expressed his intent to scale up the company, the agriculture company, to a battalion size, expanded across various army barracks all across the country. The Chief of Staff and other officials noted that the project will supply AFL personnel during training and recruit period, so they will feed themselves. They will not buy food while they're in training, for those who been recruited. The last time the Drug Enforcement Agency was here, many of you asked a number of questions. You were concerned about where the bank confiscating money in most of the drug raids. So they thought to give us some additional updates that we will now provide you. So this report highlights major drug confiscation across multiple substances, showing the scale of enforcement operations, the total quantities, and estimated market values we cover include the following. Cooch, 1.44 units. The market value is $746,824. Marijuana, units 9,377.98. The market value is $741,507.64. Euro, 1.37 units. The market value is US $50,485.64. Cocaine, 3.43 units. The market value of $183,804.12. Methamphetamine, 0.84 units. The market value $8,440. Tapentadol, 2.80 unit, market value $5,261.71 USD. Tramadol, 189.46 units, market value $373,854.99. Precursors, 2.14 units. Market value $4,428.74. These figures reflect LDEA's intensified crackdown on illegal substances and demonstrate the economic magnitude of drug trafficking in the country. And by that, they mean drug out money. That's why many people in drug business. And yet, by listening to the different categories, see the different kinds of drugs in the country. And so if we don't stand up as a country to confront, when you've got a lot of people, especially young people, taking these substances, then the country is there for trouble. And there are some who are committed to ensuring that they have these drugs always at all times on the market, so that it can help to destroy our young generation and the country itself. So to address some of the logistical constraints and improve enforcement effectiveness, the administration, under the approach, must go budget implemented some key capacity enhancement measures. One, the procurement of 15 vehicles to boost mobility and field responsiveness. Two, they vetted additional 200 recruits for basic training to strengthen the agency's manpower. There's a renewed call for a multi-sectorial approach, integrating law enforcement with health and social service partnerships to support prevention, treatment, and reintegration efforts. For community impact and youth-focused intervention, approximately 100,000 substance users, predominantly in Monrovia and urban ghetto, have been engaged, heightening vulnerability among young people and stressed the need for rehabilitation and social protection programs to be developed and funded. The LDEA continues to intensify community outreach, school-based awareness, and prevention campaigns to reduce drug abuse and its social impact. The priority in the draft 2026, the priority for strategic operation in 2026, the LDEA aims to strengthen its operational and institutional capacity for more efficient and effective service delivery. They want to expand enforcement reach while deepening community center prevention efforts. They will also enhance coordination with relevant ministries and agencies to ensure a holistic national response to drug abuse. We want to give you some highlights on what is happening with the Liberia Fire Service, considering the regular outbreak of fire in cases leading to death. One, they are focusing on international training and capacity building. So through Liberia sponsored training for fire service officers in health and occupational safety in France, center that coordinates preparedness in response to public health threats and events. The center has state-of-the-art equipment of Liberia as the center of excellence for public health in Africa, as Liberia is rated as the first country in Africa to establish a public health institute. Liberia's MPhil is also a member of the International Public Health Institute Association. The Ministers of Finance and Public Works yesterday held discussions with officials on the OPEC Fund for International Development, headed by the Director of Portfolio Management, Public Sector Moru Basso, who is visiting Liberia. The talk centered around OPEC's continuous financing of the Banga-Marikoma Highway. The Banga-Marikoma Highway, known as the Lofa Road, is anticipated to significantly increase the country's agricultural sector and draw important investors who will concentrate on doing large-scale commercial farming to produce commodities like rubber, cocoa, oil palm, timber, rice, fruits, etc. The project will also support gender development and the development of social service facilities such as schools, healthcare facilities, which will undoubtedly contribute to eradicating poverty in Indonesia. The OPEC Fund for International Development, the Saudi Fund for Development, the Arab Bank for Economic Development are the three lenders for the Lofa Road project. The discussions focused on the speed of implementation of the Saraye leg of the Banga-Marikoma Highway and mobilizing additional financing from OPEC and other Arab lenders for the Saraye to Konya and Wajima leg of the project. The outcome of the discussion will be announced later following the conclusion of the visit. The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation is expected to commence work on three major projects to rehabilitate water facilities in the southeastern cities of Zwedru, Greenville, and Freehold, respectively. Equipment and materials for the $6 million project, which is fully funded by the government of Liberia, will arrive in the country next week. The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation made significant progress on the replacement of the 48-inch pipe that runs from West Plains to West Flower in Congo Town. As a result of this progress, the LWSC has connected additional 710 households for water supply. The first phase of installation is expected to be completed by December 2025. The LWSC is also engaged in negotiations with international development partners to support in completing the remaining 15 kilometers. On household connection to water supply, the World Bank, under the Liberian Urban Resilience Project, has sponsored the connection of 25,000 households across Monrovia. The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has also intensified rehabilitation works on sewage system in Monrovia, particularly on the troublesome spots at the intersection of Benson and Fairley Street. And finally, President Ouattara, as all we know, is in Morocco. And yesterday he received the prestigious Grand Prix Award in Morocco after he delivered a keynote at the 17th edition of the Mid-Days Forum in urging African nations to assume central control in shaping the evolving global landscape. The president noted that to shape a new and just global equation African states must lead the foundation in 4 key areas. 1, in geopolitics. 2, peace and security. 3, economic governance. And lastly, regional integration. The President also had a time on the side to meet with His Excellency Adama Barrow, President of the Gambia. The 2 leaders discussed matters of mutual interest, including regional peace and security, economic cooperation, and ways to strengthen bilateral ties between Nigeria and the Gambia. The discussion also covered opportunities for collaboration within ECOWAS as the region addresses political, economic, and security challenges. President Waka highlighted Liberia's interest in expanding cooperation with Gambia and emphasized the value of close coordination among West African nations in promoting stability and development. He noted that strong partnership creates opportunities for shared growth in areas such as agriculture, education, governance, and trade. President Barrow welcomed the engagement and noted that Gambia's readiness to explore practical avenues for collaboration that support both national and regional objectives. These are the things that we wanted to talk about today, and quickly because time is running out. I want to invite Mr. Barrow to speak. And just before I close that, yes, sorry, I just tried. I'm a member of New Dawn. Last time we managed for something, so I do another one. So what we did say at the last press conference was the Operation Autoforce toward roadwork has started. However, because it is continuously raining, especially in November, that starting process is slow. That's what we said. But guess why your headline is? Like if heavy rain pops nationwide road project. You about anything? You start something is slow and you budget something, they're not the same. When you build on the bed, you have really about how do I be doing it? That's right, you all kind of thing. Yes. So you have to talk. Don't stop it, man. Yes, sir.
You talk about uniform.
No, I ain't repeat that. Go ahead.
The renovation of all of the projects in the country. But then you said the major role of the country will be important because of heavy.
No, man, nobody uses the wall. So leave that one there. When you slip, you know, somebody told me a secret about it. They said Minister Pierre died last night. Why they talking Minister Pierre Iran? See, yeah, but every mayor you say he died, they ask them about story.
And with that light-hearted comment from the minister, I take the podium. So, Minister Pierre and his able deputy, Honorable Sano, we are grateful for this invitation. I want to similarly recognize the presence of Ambassador Cassell and her entourage, other noted personalities within the room, Councilor Bala, Deputy Director General Hassan Kewu, and other platform guests. Members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen. Behind me are some of the high-level staff of the LMHRA. Directly sitting behind me is the Deputy Managing Director, Dr. Patricia Quay-Freeman, who accompanied me along with the director of the Quality Control Laboratory, Mr. Alexander George, as along with the Inspector General, Dr. Paul Higgins. It is an honor to have been invited here yet again to provide progress updates on the state of affairs at the Liberia Medicines and Health Product Regulatory Authority. You may remember a little over a year ago, we received similar invitation during which we explained our aspirations for the entity in view of our mandate. Let me reiterate our mandate. Our core mandate is to protect the Liberian populace from the harmful effects of substandard and falsified medicines. We reinforce this mandate through robust and proactive regulation, strategic innovation, and deep collaboration across the entire health sector. Of recent, we have seen improvement in the health sector, particularly when it comes to improvement in diagnostic facilities, particularly for pathogens, diseases. We have seen an uptick in the number of skilled personnel in the health sector being qualified as specialists in assorted fields. We have also seen upgrading of healthcare facilities across the length and breadth of the country. The critical gap here being the absence or the lack of trust in health commodities. There have been no scientific way for the health sector to assure the quality of circulating commodities, circulating health commodities. An esteemed colleague quoted for me once that a health system is only as good as the quality of the health products that are in circulation. What this means is that you can have the best doctors, you can have the best diagnostic facilities for testing specimens and saying what exactly the pathogens are and what the standard of care is. Commodities in poor quality, you are not getting there. The patient will not get well, the health outcome will not be assured. There are some examples that we all know of. Many of us have narrated stories of going to a health facility, being checked, you get the diagnosis, you get the prescription, you get the medication, the standard of care, but you don't get well. Many at times, people living with chronic health condition, they take the medication religiously, but they will have a blowout. They will fall out and either pass away or are in a state where they will need personal care. We have an example just last week of commodities coming into the country. Cocoa Fort, that drug, perilabel the constituent ingredients are paracetamol and caffeine, which should be used for prolonged headache and so. But a rapid test from the UNODC found that that product was laced with amphetamine. Amphetamine is a central nervous system drug that is addictive. Let's understand the implication. The pharmaceutical industry wants to hook people on long-term use of certain commodities. So if a substance is addictive or they lace a relatively inert product with addictive substances, it will create dependency on that drug. So you think you are asking for simple paracetamol, you are craving for simple paracetamol, you will keep asking for that particular brand of paracetamol. Now knowing you are being gradually addicted to that substance and you will keep spending money on it. You become dependent. On assuming the rule, we spent a few months studying the situation and putting together a strategy of a public-private partnership agreement to modernize the LMHRA Quality Control Laboratory situated in Harrisburg. This modern laboratory will strengthen the LMHRA national capacity, improve quality assurance, and contribute to the safety, quality, and reliability of health products within the health sector. This MOU with the firm Quality Management Solution is significant in acquiring ISO 17025 certification and invaluable in our drive to protect the health of the Liberian people. This collaboration will harness private sector expertise and efficiency to enhance oversight capabilities. In addition to that, we are looking into the possibility of introducing electronically traceability for all health products that will be entering the country. This system will bring accountability and transparency in pharmaceutical supply chain system. In layman terms, when importers apply to bring product into the country, we will send series of QR code to them that they will put on the product that will tell us the manufacturer date, the importer, the expiration date, and other such information. All quantities that our inspector will meet on the market in circulation in health facilities that will not bear the QR code will be confiscated. That is one way that we will curb the illegal importation of drugs. It will curb the sneaking across the border of unregistered product. It will revolutionize how we monitor medicines, combat counterfeit product, and guarantee product authentication from the factory to. We are similarly thrilled to announce to you here that by December 31st of this year, we will inaugurate a massive new state-of-the-art healthcare waste disposal infrastructure in Cocoa Town, Lower Maribi County. This infrastructure, funded by the Global Fund through Plan Liberia, on a 5-acre plot of land, will contain a large self-loading incinerator, warehouses, generators, bottle crushers, monitoring wells, decantation pits, and an office and will be capable of safe and environmentally sound disposal of large quantities of healthcare waste, including expired pharmaceutical, illicit substances, and pathological waste, to governmental agencies, including the LDEA, so as to extend the good work that they are doing, the end game being, rather than them burning in the open air, they can safely dispose of illicit substances at our facility. This facility belongs to the government of Liberia. The Ministry of Health has committed to funding the extension of electricity from the main road to the site. Similarly, we have requested the Ministry of Public Works, and they have responded favorably to the grading of the 6-mile road leading to the facility. We are grateful for the level of intergovernmental support. The geographic reach of the LMHRA is restricted to just Montserrat County, Grand Cape Mount County, Maribi County, and Nimba County. In order, we have to have one